Hi y'all, happy Monday. I am right in my office. So welcome to my office. And I was able to just open the door and enjoy the beautiful weather today. Hi Kim and Brittany. Happy to have a few moms with me. I'm not quite finished talking about parenting. I think I could talk about parenting for years, twice a day for years. And y'all would still probably want some more advice, right? And I never would get tired of it. Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining, too. Your children are beautiful, and I just love that we're in this next generation. Amy, it's so much fun just being a grandma and having a good time with this. So I'm going to go through A to Z. This is not the A to Z that I have in my on my website, TrinaTitusLozano.com, but these are some notes that I took that I thought would be fun. So y'all stick with me. Here we go. A is for accountability. Hold your children accountable for their behavior. Y'all don't make excuses for them. Hold them accountable. B is for boundaries. Set specific limits. Make clear the repercussions if those limits are exceeded. When you communicate what the limits are, it is great. They will respect that and it'll work. C is for consistency. Here's the hard part, parents. There's really no bad kid. There's just inconsistent parents. So y'all be consistent. Hold the same principles and practices today as you did yesterday and the day before, and you'll do the same tomorrow and the next day. So there's this consistency, and ultimately that brings security too. Consistency, it's so important. D is for discipline. Make the punishment fit the crime. Never discipline in anger. Discipline, y'all. Don't be afraid of it. This is important. You're the mom. You're the dad. You're the grown-up. You're going to be the kid's frontal lobe there. You know what they need to do and when they need to do it. Don't be afraid to discipline them. Do it well. Do it consistently. You'll be glad you did. E is for example. Children are great needs of good examples, good role models. So whatever you're telling them to do, boy, you better be sure that you're doing it. Monkey see, monkey do. They learn by example. I know, I'm going to do it. Kim, I'll do it tomorrow. How about that? Tomorrow, you have my word. Tomorrow, we're talking about discipline both times. Oh, you know what? I will take the challenge. Tomorrow I'll talk about discipline. I'll do it at noon and 9, and I'll also do it live on Facebook tomorrow. So tomorrow is discipline day, okay? I got my work cut out for me, right? Everybody come back tomorrow for discipline. E is for example. F is for forgiveness. Y'all, whatever happened yesterday, it's okay. We start a new day today. G is for giving. We want to be generous with our kids. Teach generosity. Be giving. Let them notice how giving you are. This is something that is a lifestyle. You will love to teach them the joy of giving. It is a beautiful thing. H is for sense of humor, y'all. Sometimes you just got to laugh about it. You know, sometimes you think, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this, and just laugh about it. I is for imagination. Y'all, do creative play. Let your kids use their imaginations, and you use your imagination. In fact, it's a great thing to just lay outside on the grass, look up at the clouds, and imagine what you might be seeing up there. It's so much fun to use imagination. Use imagination play. Don't forget to do that. It's easy to get all wrapped up with screen time and with going places and doing things, but to just relax and just imagine certain things. It is a great practice for them to do, and you guys will have a lot of fun with that. They will love it. They'll want to do it more often if you start to do it. Okay, J is for justice. Well, Anderson, he has loved his life, yeah. Oh, his kite, yeah, there you go. He has loved that kite. He got that with me at the Below 5 store, Five Below, Under 5 as he calls it. I forget the name of that store. Anyway, he loves the store. He bought this kite, and it's been cool because a few times we've had enough wind and he got to fly it, and that's been fun. That is so fun to do that, and he can imagine all kinds of wonderful, wonderful things when he flies the kite. Okay, so let's see, where am I? Justice, or I say, you know what? I say forget about justice, because life isn't fair. It is impossible for everything to be fair and equal. You know, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But you do want to be fair that the punishment will fit the crime. That's where that will come in. L is for listening. Y'all be good listeners. Empathize with your kids. Mimic them. Mirror those thoughts and feelings that they have. Be a good listener. Boy, they need that. M is for morals. Be sure that you set a good moral conduct for your kids to follow. They need to see you being moral. And as your kids get older, you're going to have to start being modest. And even if you're breastfeeding moms, if you've got older kids and it's important for them to see you breastfeeding, you still want to use a little bit of especially with older boys, you want to use some modesty there. So you're still covering up a little bit, nothing awkward, but use some modesty, use some morals. As your kids get older, you want to do that. It's hard to you're used to them not really paying attention or knowing about anything, so you're getting in and out of the shower and they see you that way. And then as they get older, you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing that right in front of them, So you guys think about it. Think about modesty. As your kids are getting older, you want to be sure that you're being modest and you're modeling that also. Okay? So, N is for no. Y'all, use it, mean it. I like what Dr. Kevin Lehman says. Vitamin N, all kids need it. I say, give your kids everything they need and half of what they want. Don't be afraid to say no. In fact, you could practice at home. You could just say no, and then when they throw a tantrum, then you can say, and then just walk away. That way they will get used to you saying no. If they're accustomed to you saying yes for everything at home, and then you get out in public, and then you start saying no, they're not going to even know what to do with that. What? I like Miranda sings video. Have you seen that, y'all? Miranda sings, and she wants a Slurpee. So her most sad day is that her mom didn't get her a Slurpee. It is so funny. But, it's true. We don't say no enough to our kids. So it's a good possibility. They could be like Miranda and be all grown up and, having a meltdown when you don't go get them a Slurpee because you have to go to work. That is the funniest video. By the way, y'all, go to YouTube and watch that today. That is so funny. That's good for humor, right? Laughter does good like a medicine. You need that comic relief whenever you're parenting because it's a lot of work. Miranda sings The Saddest Day, I think is the name of that video. You guys got to watch that. Okay, so N, vitamin N. O for outdoors. Your kids need adrenaline play, so be sure that you're going outside a lot. It's a beautiful day. They need adrenaline play. Even if you're not going anywhere, goodness, use your backyard, use your deck, go outside, use your front yard, do bubbles, run races, play chase, do all these kind of things, do little relay races, all this kind of stuff. This is adrenaline play outdoors. They're going to get some of that vitamin D. That is awesome. That is so good for kids. Kids need that. They really need that. P is for pressure. So you want to reduce that pressure. You don't want to pressure your kids. Don't pressure them. It's okay. Reduce the pressure. You want to raise them in more of a stress-free environment, not stressful environment. So try to reduce that pressure, okay? Q is for questions. They're playing hide the toy. Oh, cute. And the other finds that that is a great game. Go outside and play it too. That's why kids love Easter egg hunts. It's so fun to hide and find things. That's a great idea, Brittany. Q is for questions. Pay close attention to the questions that your children are asking you. But see if you can go a whole day without asking your kids questions. Kids really don't do well with questions. They don't. So try to not ask questions, but try to listen for the questions that they are asking you. R for respect. You want to show respect to them and teach them to show respect to you, show respect to property, teach them to show respect for things, show respect for clothes, show respect for their toys, show respect for their books. R is for respect. S is for strength. Y'all, you've got to be strong. This is no easy task. You need to just be straight. Be strong and raise strong kids. You guys, you know you have strength. It comes from the Lord. He will give it to you. Even days you feel like you don't have the strength in yourself to do it, God can be your strength. He can give you your strength, but don't give up hope. You hold on to that strength. T is for togetherness. Have plenty of that. I like table time togetherness. So eat at the table. There's your time for togetherness. U is for uniqueness. Don't forget to realize Your kid is unique. It is not like every other kid. Your kids aren't even like your other kids. They are each unique. They are fearfully and wonderfully made. Think about what giftings they have. You know, what things make them special, and tell them about that. It's a beautiful thing to really discover their uniqueness and your unique relationship with them as a result. Our relationship is different with every kid because every kid is unique. Okay, V is for voice. Your tone of voice makes all the difference. So you want to have a peaceful, wonderful tone of voice. And if you sense your tone of voice is getting to be too loud and you are yelling, listen to yourself, self-evaluate, and just relax. Talk slower, quieter. That's something I can really say, right, y'all? I have a hard time with talking slow and quiet. But with my kids, it was important. And with my grandkids, I do it. Sometimes you just got to get down on their level, talk more slowly, more quietly, more relaxing. So you really set the mood with your tone of voice. So pay attention to it. Okay, moms? Okay, dads? You set the mood with your tone of voice. So that's important. Okay, W is for words. Keep your word. I don't like broken promises. You don't like broken promises. Kids don't do well with broken promises. So be careful what you promise because you want to keep your word. Listen though, you keep your word even when you threaten a punishment. You got to keep your word then too. Yep, they do. They copy when you raise your voice, and that's not good either, right? Okay, almost done here. X is for examine. Examine constantly and be aware. Y'all, being aware, having self-awareness, having social awareness, constantly examine and tweak things. If your environment is getting a little chaotic, then reorganize. So examine what the situation is. If your environment is getting dirty, then it's time to clean up. If your environment is getting too unhealthy, then get rid of all the sugar and bread, you know, whatever it is. But examine. Do that self-evaluation. You'll be glad you did. Don't be afraid to examine. Take a close look. Y is for you. Take care of yourself. And I know this seems absolutely impossible, but even if you just take a minute to breathe deep, even to take some time to stretch. I had my grandkids last week and I didn't get to exercise that day on Friday. So I was like, hey, Nina's going to do some stretches and some working out here. Y'all help me out. They did it with me and we had a really good time. So I think we're going to do the same this Friday, actually. Okay, so take care of you. And Z, some things you do doesn't work, so you have to change what you're doing. It's true, Brittany. You got to evaluate. Don't be afraid to change it up. You know, yes, you're right, Brittany. That is a great example. Brittany had transitioned Faith from a crib to a bed just in anticipation for the new baby coming in June. Well, she wasn't getting enough sleep because she was getting up so many times at night and she had been such a good sleeper. So I love it, Brittany. You gave it a month. And then I recommended, you know, Britt, go ahead and put her back in her crib. Let her catch up on some sleep, and then, you know, try again in a week or so. And that way it won't be such a big, harsh transition when the baby comes in June, but it does give Faith a little bit more time to have a good night's sleep. It's not easy. Y'all, readiness is really important. So think about when they're ready for those big transitions. And if they're not, you know, you tried, and if it doesn't work, then it's okay. You can take a step back and then try again later. Whether it be with transitioning with bed or whether it be with, you know, transitioning into potty training, you know, or anything like that. So don't be afraid to make adjustments because every child's unique. You know, you just don't know. Okay, so before you know it, y'all, Z is for Zowie. I don't know if that's a word, but before you know it, they are going to be grown up, y'all. They are going to be grown up. So it's going to be like zip, and they're gone. So enjoy the moment, enjoy today, and just know that just the fact that you care enough to pay attention to these things is making you a good parent, okay? Don't be afraid of learning. Don't be afraid of growing. And I promise you, I will be back tomorrow to talk about discipline, okay? God bless you guys. Have a great day and keep building great relationships with your kids. It is worth it. God bless you. Bye-bye.